And I am so excited because today I'm wrapping up the Zenescope Calgary Comic-Con Exclusive. So I'll be working on the final lines today. Last stream I took the layout and made it into the sketch with you guys live. And so today I'm working on I've transferred the sketch to board because nobody wants to see light table for hours. It's just no fun. So I've been working on that and I've been doing the final lines. So this time I decided to final pencil it as opposed to inking it. So I'm working on the final pencils. The next stage after this is scan and send for flats. So I'm making some decent progress on it, which I'm super happy about, but it still takes time to refine all the lines. All these lighter lines are just where I've taken a blank piece of paper, put it on top of the sketch, and used a light table to trace it. So there's no line depth, there's no line weight as far as trying to pull certain things into the foreground. It's just flat, thin, light lines. Now I'm going in and inking it, but with a pencil. So like always, I love my Alvin Tech. It's the Alvin Draft Tech 0.3 millimeter pencil. And the reason why I like this one so much is because it's so thin. 0.3 is a very, very thin, small pen size, and I can then get my detail in there and all of that fun stuff. So I'm just setting aside the sketch. I literally just had it here so you guys could see. This is what we were working on last time. This is what we're working on this time. And so I'm just going to set this to the side and get to work on the final line art. Now this character is Robyn Hood, R-O-B-Y-N. And she is a character from Zenescope. And she has one glowing eye with a big scar, and then the other eye is a normal eye. And so that's why one of her eyes has no pupil and all that. Hey Adam, nice to see you. And I hope that you're having a good weekend. So I am just going to be refining the lines and cleaning everything up. I have my little eraser that I love to use for erasing details and stuff like that, and then my brush for dusting away eraser shavings. You're sick? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Bummer. Anthony, hi, and hello, Tyler. I'm so glad that you guys could make it. Thank you for coming on a Sunday and being here. You rock. So I'm gonna just zoom in a tiny bit more so that you guys can see where I'm at. The artist life, hey. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome to the stream, everybody. So at least here in Calgary, we also have Monday off, which is tomorrow for us. And I'll be sending this off for flats. Oh, thank you, Anthony. So the flats are where I send my line art to someone, and this is something that is generally outsourced in comics. So there are professional flatters, and I'll explain flatting more to you guys in the next stream on this piece when I start working on the digital colors. But they're essentially like a layer that's pre-selections of areas. So the whole shirt will be bright green because it doesn't matter what color it is. I just need to be able to take my magic wand tool, click on it, and I have the full shirt selected so I'm not coloring outside the lines is really what it is. So that's the next step after this. Well, and approval. There's always approval. So anyway, what I need to do though, so that she really stands out, is I'm gonna put a pretty thick exterior line around her. And that'll help her stand out from the excessive amount of detail that I've put in on the tractor. So this is a very full page. There's really only a couple blank spots. And then, of course, there's the tire here. Now, the tires are gigantic, but as are tractor tires, so there's not really a ton I can do about that. If I remove the tractors or I don't show them, you're not really going to know what this thing is that she's leaning on. Kylie, hi. I'm so glad that you could make it. Oh, Jason, I meant to email you just before the stream and I kind of ran out of time. Sorry, but I'm so glad you're here because if I make good time on this piece, fingers crossed, I'm gonna try to get to your Lady Death Copic work on this stream as well. No sure thing yet because I don't know how long this is going to take me, but I'm probably going to be able to get to some of it on this stream, fingers crossed. You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here today. Yeah, exactly. It's like, we really hope so. Coffee is being made. Yeah, it's early in the morning for you, isn't it, love? Oh, and good news. I know this is such a sidebar situation, but Dan helped me open my Copic opaque white that I couldn't get open the last few times I've been doing Copic work. So I couldn't do the final additions that I wanted on the Hell Witch pieces, but I can show you guys. I actually did finish them. Just need to move this a little bit. So I finished the other Hell Witch piece. It's just that I want to make her eyes green and I want to do some flicks of Copic opaque white, which I couldn't do because I couldn't get the can open. But anyway, here is where this one is at. So I did her skin off stream a little while ago. But as you guys remember, last week I did the wings with you. And so then I just wrapped up her skin. And I want to make her eyes glowing green here, which they do sometimes when she's really got all this green energy going on. So I'll be doing that and then flicking some of this Copic opaque white stuff on it. So that'll be the finishing touch that I'll do at the end. Oh, DC is here. Hi, Piglet's Last Stand. It's been a minute. Hello, Central Park. So anyway, this one is almost ready to get put in its complete pile. So I have a box that I'm taking with me for Emerald City, which are some blanks that I've done that I need to hand over in Emerald City, some comic books I need to bring with me, and these will come in that special box as well. It's one of those comic book plastic boxes. So this one's about ready to be packed up. Devin, hello. Thank you all so much for joining the stream this afternoon. Okay, I need to put that away and be so much careful. But anyway, long story short, I can now access my opaque white and I'm very happy about it. Vecto Who, hello. All right. So it's just final line art this time. I know that a lot of people weren't on the stream yet, but just as a little refresher for everyone who's just joined, these are the final lines for the Zenescope Calgary Exclusive. And I decided to do the lines in pencil this time as opposed to inks. And I'm using my 0.3 millimeter pencil. If you want to know the exact name of it, just scroll down here on my Twitch page and I have it right there. You can search it online. It's very cheap. Yes, hooray for jar opening hubbies. That's right, because there was just no way I could get it open. I tried many times. And what it was is that the whole inside, because I travel with this for shows, and all in the inside was full of caked, dried paint. So I cleaned the whole thing and it should be easier to open now. Oh, thank you, Philip. So I've left, I worked on the tractor and the wheels a little bit today because I knew if I kept plowing through on this piece earlier today, I was going to finish it. And then I wouldn't have had anything to stream today, which would have been a bummer. So I left the rest of her and the interesting parts up here to do on live stream. Okay, have fun watching the movie, Anthony. I think I'll be around for a few hours. Like, I'm usually on for about 3 hours. So yeah, there's plenty of time. So right now I'm using my 0.3 millimeter pencil, but around her at the very end, I'm gonna take the 0.9 and do a fat outline so she pops. Oh, I didn't even think of it. Good morning, Mr. E. Well, good morning. Hello, good afternoon. Why did I say good morning? I guess I'm thinking of Kylie, because it's afternoon for me too. It's good enough. I might even use a 0.5 right here. So I'm switching to my 0.5 for the tassel-y bits on her jean shorts. Because I want it thick, but not quite as thick as the 0.9. So what I did here is I flipped it up, kind of like how jeans and things curl. So I've got it curling up right here on her butt because I thought it would be a little bit more cheek framing, as it were, to have it like this. Oh, I need to check it out, Kylie. I'm so sorry. So I believe in this pen I have 2B lead. So I'm gonna have to be pretty careful with this once I move on from this particular area, or I'm gonna end up with a lot of smudging. Yeah, right? I agree with you, Kylie. I wouldn't wear them. Oh, see you later, Adam. I hope you feel better. Congratulations, DC. There we go. So this is the 2B 0.5 lead, and now I'm done, and I'm going back to the 0.3. I just wanted it for the base of her tasseled shorts. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hear you, Kylie. Big time. I have no idea, Piglet's Last Stand. All right, just getting some of the side seaming done. And we would see, actually, you know what, from this angle we wouldn't see any of the embroidery I have on this one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Devin, and I'm glad. Thank you so much for joining. So this was the RH for Robyn Hood that we put on the, for the Barbie cosplay one that we put on her surfboard. And the reason why I'm saying we is that it was kind of an idea that all of us came up with on Facebook Live one time. So I'm adding that in here as well. And I'm using the same basic logo that we made up. So there's an arrow going through one side of the H. Yeah, I did. I went back and forth on putting her arm on her hip, and in the end I decided to do that. Oh, thank you, Piglet. I'm not blue. Yeah, the we managed to fix the webcam situation, but it seems like it loses the settings every time and turns me blue. So thankfully Dan is here this weekend and he helped me set it up before starting, which is why I started a few minutes late, because we had to like do all this rejiggering to get the cameras to work again. All right, so now I'm gonna start working on her arms and, well, pretty much just her forearms, because I did the top part already, and then I'll go back to her legs and then work on her cowboy boots. So I did the bottom of her foot already, but her knee is bent in here, so I've just got that to do. I'm gonna put some tire detail down here, but this whole area is pretty much just gonna be black. So we're not going to see a ton of it. It's, you know, in shadow here from underneath the tractor, and then in here, all the tires are black. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit more barely visible, and then the only thing that will start catching light is her skin and the boots. Oh, I'm so glad that it helps you de-stress, Devin. That makes me so happy. But you have been missed from the live streams. However, I get it. Work has to happen. Life has to happen. But, you know, we've missed you. Or I've missed you. Hey, Shane. So I brushed Sherlock's hair today, and now I'm finding hair and cat fur all over the place. So I apologize if there's like random cat hairs just showing up everywhere. I've officially become the crazy cat lady. Thank you, Philip. You're always so amazing to use the MoveBot commands. I love you. Thank you. Oh, hey Merseyside. This is a drawing of Robyn Hood for Zenescope, and it's an exclusive. So it's for Calgary, so she's dressed up like a farm girl cowgirl. Thank you, Merseyside. Good question. You know what? It really depends on the person, Game Time, and what projects they're doing. I don't even know. It's an interesting question. Because so much about comic work is not even so much the jobs you're doing, but how quickly you can get them done. Everything is freelance, so, you know, if you can draw 10 pages in a day, more power to you, you know, you'll get paid 10 times more than somebody who can draw 1 page in a day. Sherlock really doesn't shed that much, thankfully. But when I brush his fur, which he loves and I hate because then my pants and everything are covered in cat fur, it gets everywhere. So that's just the back of her elbow. You know, the elbow forms like a triangle. There's the two funny bones basically right here, and then it goes to the tip of your elbow. So it's basically a triangle. Now, because we're seeing the triangle at like a 3/4 view, that's what I'm doing here, is to just show that other bone. One page per day is a good pace. That's right. Yeah, that's a pretty fast pace. But I know artists that can do 3 pages in a day. It's amazing, and I wish I was one of them. Yes, I have one of those brushing mitts, Piglet. And you know what? I was convinced it was going to work, but you need an animal that sheds a lot more fur, / perhaps better with a dog, or a big poofy cat. Now, Sherlock is big and fluffy, but he's got short fur, right? You know, he's not like one of these Persians that's just like, so, I think one of those gloves would be perfect for that. When you don't have a ton of fur to like grab off in those very satisfying looking like the full mitten of fur that comes off when they show them on the ads. Sherlock doesn't have enough fur for that, so it just is kind of a mess and hard to clean. He loves it when you vacuum him? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Devin, you know what? What Zenescope usually does is they'll have it available, you know, don't quote me on this, but this is from my observation. They have the book available at the show, so it launches at the convention. But then they save some and they sell them online afterwards for other fans who would like, other Zenescope fans who would like that particular book. So they do make it available for everyone else, but it's usually like the weekend after, something like that. Afro Sherlock, I love it. Thank you, Game Time 99. That really means a lot. Sherlock will sit in the middle of the floor when I'm vacuuming and will not move. Oh, wow, Craig, that's amazing. That is so interesting. See, I didn't even know any of this. Wow, I didn't know that after 5 working years, you were 175 a page. Nice. Okay. That's for DC Comics. Interesting. Very cool. But as you guys can see, it's about how much it's per page, which is you know, comics, as far as I know, is not an hourly rate kind of job. It's for what you've finished, right? So if you can keep up the quality of your work and get more work done in said time, like, you don't, of course you could draw 15 pages in a day if they were all stick figures and you're like, peace out, but you know, nobody's trying to do that. So, you know, if you can do quality work and do it faster, that's amazing, because then, you know, the page rate, it works for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on, well, I'm still finishing this arm. I keep losing where I'm at. All right, so right now I'm still exclusively working with the 0.3 millimeter pencil. And then once it's all finished, I'll go over it again and do the outline with the 0.9 to just help Robyn Hood pop out. That was watercolor. That's right, Merseyside. So I do some watercolor, and I really just started in 2018 for a comic book that I was working on called Magu. So it's Divinica issue 4, and that one we did as watercolor, which I'd never done before, because each one is about a goddess from a specific pantheon of mythology. And that one we were doing from Chinese mythology, and we felt that it would be more in keeping with Chinese art and the general vibe that it has to do it in watercolor as opposed to Copic. So I had to, like, you know, get a crash course in watercolor and just frickin' start. I watched a few YouTube videos. They're very handy. And then from there, yes, that whole one was watercolor. So you'll see watercolor pop up every so often, and then you'll see Copic marker as well. Primarily, I would say I'm a Copic marker colorist for traditional, but I do mix in other things. Oh, that is so cool, DC. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up here. Thank you so much for getting those, Devin. That's wonderful of you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Juan. You know what? I haven't heard anything, Kylie, but as soon as I know, I'll keep you guys posted. Don't like that. There does not need to be such a big lip on this side. So I'm just working on her gloves now. And I kind of decided to give her gloves at the last minute. So I haven't really worked out what exactly is happening with the gloves. So I hope you guys can bear with me while I actually draw a hand. Oh, thank you so much, Merseyside. Yeah, I don't know why. I just had never been very interested in watercolor, like at all. So it was a new experience for me to try out watercolor like that. But you know what's really nice about watercolor, as opposed to Copic marker, for instance, to fill a whole background with watercolor, like an entire page like this, and to just get it looking all flowy and nice and all of that, takes less than 15 minutes. You know, you can literally fill a page with watercolor in 30 seconds if you wanted to, right? You just smoosh that shit around. With Copic marker, to fill an entire page with Copic marker would take about 3 hours. So the time saving even from watercolor to Copic is massive for a situation where you're working on full interior pages like that and you're trying to fill it all with color. Watercolor is very much a time saver, so that was also one of the reasons why we decided to switch from Copic to watercolor on that particular series, because it did save a lot of time as well. Yay, Juan! That's so great! You guys are gonna see the Vampirella books before I do. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm mapping out, I'm gonna show you guys, because we're seeing her hand resting kind of like this on her butt. We'll be seeing the base of the pads of her palm or whatever it is. We're gonna be seeing this part right here and part of this, the beginning part of the thumb. And so we're gonna be seeing that because of the way that it's resting on her hip. So pretty much what I do a lot of times to sort of help myself remember with hands is I'll do something like this. you know, standing in that position is just yikes. It's very uncomfortable. I wouldn't want to do it. So I do stuff like this if I, you know, need to just see quickly what the hand is and what position it needs to be in. Like, I still struggle with fists sometimes, so I'll just make a fist and take a look at it, you know, and I have some gnarly ass fingers, like rubber joints for fingers. But at least you know, I can do things like this, which is what I need right now. Let's pretend this is a butt and put the hand on it. I can see the angle and how I would actually be seeing that from here. So I would be seeing the wrist coming down. This is now turning into the top of the hand. This is the base of her palm. And then right here is where it turns out into the thumb. And then it goes to the first knuckle of the thumb right here. And boom, it would go down because it's wrapping over on the front side of her body. A handprint on the butt cheek. Oh, that's funny. Well, there's certainly plenty of room for that. I'm doing good, Daft Meow. How are you? All right, so this is a little bit of a mess while I work through what I need to do here. All right, I'm just getting my eraser. Oh, you're bored? I'm sorry. Well, thank you for being here. I'm sorry about your boredom, but I'm glad you're entertaining yourself over here. Yay. Make the cheek shine golden gleams. Nice. All right, I'm just picking up the eraser that didn't want to leave. All right, so this is what I do. I'm just gonna lighten it up a little bit and put in the final lines. I will make the butt shine, yes. As far as how exactly I'm gonna color this, I'm still thinking about it. To either make it a day scene or a night scene. Not night, but you know, dusk when the sky is all pretty and pink. I think that would be fun. I'll have to see. Oh, sorry, Daft. I might show some of the rest of her palm there. And finish off her thumbs as well so people can see it. And it doesn't kind of look like I forgot that she has fingers, because that would look a little bit weird. Oh wow, you're moving? I didn't know that, Juan. Okay, and the same thing over here. I want to widen this out a little bit more. Oh, nice, Juan. That's awesome. Yeah, DC, you can search it. I'm sure that they must have them on Amazon.co.uk, I think it is. Yeah, look up on Amazon for this eraser. And you can scroll down and I have it listed right there so you can just copy and paste. It's the best. Oh my God, thank you so much. Is that HQ Packer? Is that what it's supposed to mean? Thank you so much for making an account. Thank you for being here. I'm just working away on a Zenescope Calgary Comic-Con exclusive. So the Calgary Comic-Con, or it's technically the Calgary Expo now because it was bought out by Fan Expo. They are... The Calgary Expo is at the end of April. I'm working a little bit ahead. My deadline is March 13th, but I'm shooting to be finished next weekend. Just in my work scheduling, it's where I could fit it. So I'm just working in advance. Hello, that nerd plays. That is hilarious, Juan. Oh, I see. Oh my God, hazelnut coffee sounds so good, Mr. E. All right, so I don't need to draw a ton here. I would just do the start of this part in the thumb where her glove would be having a little fold. So the glove is gonna have a fold right there. This is her palm, and we're just seeing the very base of her palm right here. And this is her waist. All right, and I need to just clean this up a little bit more. Somewhat, well, not a ton, Devin. No, I haven't. It's a good idea. The main thing is I've got, it's a pretty full cover. But it's a good idea, so I'll think about that. I'd have to think about where to put it. Yes, it's actually a Sumi paintbrush for, you know, Chinese calligraphy, and I use it for dusting away eraser shavings. 77 Hope, yes, I have some more planned soon. let's do the little Zenescope dragon. And the Zenescope dragon is generally fully black. I'm not gonna black it in here yet. Whenever I'm doing the final lines for something, I find that full blacking gets in my way when I'm trying to color it. So I do it at the end, so I can decide, well, maybe it won't look good completely black, and I'll use one of the other Zenescope colors, because sometimes they have it in red or gray. So then I have more options. And if I were to fill this in completely, and I change my mind on the color, or I want to make it shiny or something like that, then I have to erase stuff in the line art, and it gets to be a pain in my butt. So I'm just gonna leave it open until the end. If in the end I decide to fill this in, then I'll fill it in with pencil at the very end with the original art as well. Oh yeah, I love those things too, Piglet.
The person you're trying to
Yeah, that's right. I haven't heard anything yet, but I will let you know for sure as soon as I do.
If you need further assistance, enter pound now.
I need to check a couple things on the Zenescope logo. So I have their logo saved so that I can make sure I'm doing it right here. And it's mostly the dragon's little feet and arms that are always screwing me up. Okay, so one foot is coming out like this. Oh, and then it goes into a claw. But it's kind of a rounded claw like that. And the other side is the same, but it's going down and into a little, it's almost like a little Lego hand claw. Same thing with this arm, goes into a claw. And the other side goes up and down into a claw. And a long skinny neck, and then a big spiky horn-filled head, like that. Is anybody here going to the Zenescope VIP event this summer? Does anyone know? Was my phone just heard? No, that was my son who's gaming in his room, and he's very loud about it. Oh, is there a song playing that sounds like a phone? If so, then I can't hear it.
So my feet start to tremble, they lift off the ground. I leave it all behind, and I can see the horizon, it's calling my name. I leave it all behind.
Oh, yay, Jason! It would be so great to see you there if you can make it. Whoop, whoop! Daft Meow. I pretty much bought all of my Copic markers individually. I think one time I bought a skin tone set, but that's it. And then I didn't end up using the skin tone set as skin tone because I preferred the ones that I had picked myself for skin tone. But yeah, I've bought them all individually. You'll be at Apex? Oh, interesting. What's that? Sorry that I don't already know. Okay, and the tail comes to a little point at the end.
And feel what I used to be. I wanna run away where I can soar across the sky. And so my feet start to tremble, they lift off the ground. I leave it all behind. And I can see the horizon, it's calling my name. I leave it all behind. I'll rise above all that I hold dear. I'll never fall. I'll always soar across the sky.
Oh, hey, Anthony's back.
And
Oh, the game Apex. Okay, I'm sorry.
I will never fall.
All right. I'm almost done with her. It's awesome. So even though I'm going to be going around and doing an outline with the 0.9 millimeter pencil on this, I still use this 0.3 for the main line. And that's because the 0.9 is quite a bit softer, and what happens is that it doesn't do a really nice sharp line on the interior line. And so I'm using this one pretty much as a really sharp precision point line for where I need it. And then I can do the outside line with something that, I don't know, I just don't feel like the lines are nearly as sharp looking. But that doesn't matter because it's literally just to help it stand out from the rest of the piece, specifically the tractor, because there's so much tractor lines going on in here. I think that having her outlined helps her pop out from the rest. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much, Philip. I'll show you the whole thing, Anthony. It's hard to fit a tractor and then also keep the character big enough, because a human compared to tractor is, of course, you can't compare them in size, and I have to fit it in this particular space. So this was about as much tractor information as I could fit while still having her big enough. So yeah, there's one tractor wheel here. This is the engine, and you know, the windshield, driving, steering wheels, exhaust pipe, and then I added a bunch of shit for fun. Oh, thank you, Philip. Oh, Anthony, you get me every time. How am I supposed to know if you're being serious or not? So I just go off talking about, yes, there's a tractor, I promise. Oh. I am so gullible. It's so frustrating. Okay, now on this side, it does look like her butt cheek is just going on forever. However, there is a part where her butt cheek ends and her thigh begins, and it's generally right around here. I just don't like drawing that line. I feel like it makes the butt look kind of like it's saggy. So I'm leaving it without that little line right there, because it can be handled in color. When you put an actual black line, it's a little aggressive on the booty area, in my opinion. And I feel it looks better handled in shadow and shade and highlight. And since I'm gonna do it, it'll be fine. Because I know what I need to do. Like, I can fill in my own blanks as a penciler when I'm doing my own coloring. If I wasn't coloring this, I would explain to whoever that that's my intent. But like, for instance, the last time when I did the Vampirella cover and Sanju colored it, oh my god, I didn't have to say anything. The dude can color butts so good. And skin and just everything. Like, he is such a professional. I was just like, have fun. So I'm more worried about myself coloring this than if I was sending it off to Sanju or whoever, because, you know, the colorist definitely picks up things like that, and you can leave stuff like that, and they know, well, you know, obviously that's a butt cheek that then is going into the upper thigh, so you can leave that in there and they'll take care of it. Oh, who did I mention? His name is Sanju Nivangune. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But if you search Sanju, S-A-N-J-U, you'll be able to find him instantly, and he is such an amazing colorist. All right, so now is moment of truth with the big fat pencil. No, our first collaboration, I think we first worked together on Nokomis. Sanju did the colors for the Divinica issue 2, which was about the goddess Nokomis. He colored the covers for that one. And I'm always forgetting things, so chances are we've worked together even before then. I'm just not remembering it at the moment. Oh, hello! Barbedo Rexibo. If I'm saying that wrong, I really apologize. Thank you so much. I'm doing great. Hi, Shakus TV. So I'm just doing the very outer line. I haven't drawn that little curl in yet. Whatever. I'll do it later. Oh, thank you so much, Piglet. That is so kind of you. Yay! So as you guys can see, I'm not even completing any of the lines. I'm just doing whatever is the very outer line of all of this stuff. Because of course I don't want the lines for her to be super thick and fat, and then it just starts looking more cartoony as opposed to comic art. But I want her to stand out, so I'm just outlining her. Because once I finish doing all the detail on this part of the tractor and stuff, it's gonna really compete with her. Have this to be an additional shield, since now I'm working with some pretty intense amount of graphite here. Oh, thank you, Leela Does Fanfics. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Piglet. Yay! Yeah, I wanted to do a slightly lower angle on the tractor because the tractor is so big as compared to a human. Jama, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, wow, Devin, thank you so much for the offer. I already have a template made. I just need to put in, like, I have a template made with all the logos for the cons that I go to on layers. I literally just need to open the file and turn on the layers. Otherwise, I would so take you up on it. Thank you. Oh, Leela does fanfics. Thank you for the follow. Yay, I'm glad you like the curly wavy hair. Justin! Oh, thank you, Leela. That is so very kind. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Anthony. I hate drawing hair. I'm not gonna lie. It is the most frustrating thing to do. But I'm so glad you guys are liking it. That's awesome. All right, so now it's gonna be time to work on all of this. I haven't done her hand yet, and there's a reason for it, because I'm gonna be resting my hand here while I'm working on all of this. So now I'm gonna start, I'll show you guys over here. I'm gonna be working from left to right and then down. So that's why I'm leaving this blank right now, where I haven't darkened the lines, because all I'm gonna be doing is smudging it this entire time, because my hand is gonna be right here. So cool, Scott. Welcome to the stream. I totally get it that you've got to prepare. Thank you, Anthony. Good night, DC. All right, so now I'm moving over to the top of the tractor here. So we've got the roof of the tractor. I put some banners flying off of it just for fun. And then I'm gonna do the top of the tractor over here with I basically did a skull and crossbones with like a cow or a bull skull and hockey sticks. Felt as like badass Calgary as one can do. It's true, it's been a while, Scott. You've been missed. So the lines here actually don't need to be very thick. If anything, thin is better on these lines, because I don't really want them to be competing with anything else on the cover. These flags are just, they're there for visual interest, for something to be catching the wind along with her hair. I might write Calgary on this part, and then I have a Z for Zenescope right here. And I'm sure I'll color them or something like that, but the lines don't need to be thick. They're not in the foreground. If anything, they are very far into the background and they're flying away from us. So the line work is going to be very thin here. I had half a mind to change the direction of the flag, and halfway through drawing it, I changed my mind and decided to leave it as it was. Actually, let's do this. I'll work on it upside down so that my hand isn't resting on her face. Because all it's doing, since it's all in pencil, is just doing micro smudges the whole time. And that really messes with my brain. I do not like all the smudging that pencils can do. Just moving some of my... I have a skull on my desk and this Harley, and they're in my way right now, so I'm just moving them over. Yeah, sorry guys. It's so that my hand isn't resting right on her face, which I've already completed. It's good to switch things up, work on your artwork upside down. Oops, sorry guys, I was off camera. Good night, Piglet. Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for hanging out for a while. Lots of love. Justin, you always sound like you've got the yummiest food. Makes me so jealous. Are you serious, Mystery? You actually got a mirror? I'm sorry. Almost done with this part. Oh damn, that's a really cool Harley. Nice. That sounds so yummy, Justin. Oh my god. I didn't see that, Kylie. I'm going a little bit off my transfer line because I thought it was going a little bit too low and I needed to heighten it up by about 0.5 millimeter. So I adjusted where the line was. Are you serious, DC? That's crazy. And it didn't give you like a headache or a sore neck or something? God. More Sherlock hair for everyone. Okay, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Last little bit here. You get a sore neck sometimes? Yeah, I'd imagine so. Oh, Barbado, Sherlock is doing great. Thank you. He's happy right now. He just got himself a nice long brushing, so he's a very content, happy boy. Though I gotta admit, I've fallen down on my parenting job with Sherlock, and I haven't been as up on brushing his teeth. And I know I need to do that, so I'm starting again to like be more on it with brushing his teeth. He is king of the house, for sure. Okay. Progress is being made. Just doing the inner rim right now. So I don't know if you guys remember, but in the sketch I was thinking to like cut all these flame patterns in. I missed whoever just followed me. Thank you so much for the follow, whoever you were. I'm sorry that I missed reading your name in time. I think it started with a B. Thank you. All right. I can't remember what I was saying. Yes. Okay, so in the exhaust pipe smokestack thingy that I've got right here, I was going to do a bunch of flames cutting into it and stuff. In the end, it was really competing with her face. So I decided not to do a flame pattern here. It was just too much. So I'm going a lot more realistic here. I'm just going to make it chrome and kind of try to discourage attention to that spot. There's enough going on, and her face shouldn't be right next to something else that's competing for attention. So that's why I decided to drop the detail out and just keep it really simple. Good night, DC. Okay, I'm gonna be really cautious here. I'm trying to do as little leaning on her face as humanly possible. So there's gonna be a lot of swirling around. Warning for anyone who gets motion sick or movement sick. I apologize. Nice, Justin, that's funny. I did that for the Halo commission I did of Cortana, because I had Master Chief holding her, and then she's looking at us, and then her chest is reflected in his mask, like his visor. So you're kind of seeing boob with boob. So I've done that before. I might have it so you guys could see a link to it. Let me see. Oh, I guess I don't have it. Never mind. Yeah, it's double boobs. Pretty much. I didn't even think of that, Justin. Oh, it does? It pops up in the Wonder Booty corner sometimes, so you've seen it. So this is the base of the tractor window. On this particular side of the tractor, there is no door. So I have her leaning on the tractor. I'm not trying to say that she's climbing up into the tractor or anything like that, because the door is technically on the side where the exhaust is not. So it's on the other side. I think. I really don't know much about tractors, but from observation, I believe that is the correct way. All right, and then for fun, this is not really how tractors are. They do have lots of smaller lights, but I put two big like Jeep floodlights on the top of the tractor just for shits and giggles. I don't know, just to add visual interest. Maybe I'm gonna turn those lights on, maybe not. I don't really know. Technically, there's some lights here on the sides. There's all the rear view mirrors. I dropped all of that out because you were only gonna see like tiny little inklings of bars or a couple little connector pieces to said rear view mirrors or side view mirrors, and I just didn't think that it would be good to muck about with all of that on this cover. So I have dropped out a lot of technically important things to the use of a tractor. Oh well. Yes, it's for night farming, that's right. Which happens, or early morning farming. True story, Justin. Though since this is in Calgary, technically that would barely ever happen because it's way too freaking cold. Yes, Juan, this definitely will. I have permission from Zenescope, but I always wait a decent bit of time for them to have the book and stuff. I wait like a month or two, so like very soon I'll have the holiday exclusive on my website as a print. But I always wait a little bit, just what I feel is a respectful amount of time. Hey, Eric! But Zenescope is super awesome, and they give me permission to have some prints. Yay! Frozen corn. Yeah. I'm gonna switch to 0.5 for the bull's horns. And this is a softer lead. It's a 2B, so it comes out a lot. It sticks to the paper more, basically, is what it is. And it's perceived as darker. Both versions of Kiss My Ass, that's right. Whoop, whoop. I'm getting the proofs printed. I was waiting on a couple permissions, so I know I wrote in my email last week that I was getting them printed right then. I have the files ready. I was waiting on something, and I didn't end up sending it, but they're being printed as soon as everybody's back from vacation, because tomorrow is a holiday here. So yeah, I'll be printing the proofs, and then they'll be going for the website. Oh my God, thank you, Bill R. Sims. Thank you so much. Mikey Mega is awesome. That's so cool that you found me from him. Thank you so much. So what I'm working on right now, for anyone new to this stream, is I'm working on a exclusive comic book cover for Zenescope that they're going to be having at the Calgary Expo that's happening in April. So I am a comic book artist by trade, and I draw a lot of covers. I just finished one for DC Comics for their Detective 1000 launch, or special issue. And I do my own penciling and inking and coloring for the most part. So next week I'll be coloring this cover on Twitch. Oh, I was just talking about you, Sheldon. I need to send you the prints. I got all the permissions, so I'll get that to you shortly. No, actually, I don't have an exclusive for ECC. There was talk of me doing one, but I didn't hear back. But this was like last year in August, you know, so nothing was solidified. So no, I'm not doing one for ECC. EC's 3 C's. So yeah, but I am doing one for Calgary. I'm doing one for the Zenescope VIP event. I'm doing one for San Diego Comic-Con. And of course, with Zenescope, they are so awesome and they give me permission to live stream it. So I'll keep you guys posted when the deadlines arrive for those, but those are not planned until later. My year is pretty much completely full as far as jobs. I have barely anything left. I'm super packed for this year, which is awesome. It's a wonderful thing for a freelance illustrator to have that and to be able to say my entire year is booked, and pretty much my entire year is booked. That's so great. Justin, I have one print that I have saved for you. It is downstairs. If you come to Emerald City, I will have it with me. It is the very last one in existence. I made one for you and one for Devin. I'm sure you will, Kylie. Though I would recommend keeping a few more free spots. But you see, what I'm doing this year is I have a lot of IOUs that have been, you know, you talk with somebody at a con, oh yeah, for sure, I'll do a cover for you, and then the deal is never sealed. So I have a massive amount of IOUs that I am catching up on this year, along with millions of commissions that are IOUs. Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony. Lee, hello. No, I said that that was the final print, was what we did for that secret sale. And I had already printed that one for Justin that I've been saving. So I printed one for Devin and one for Justin. And I saved those since August of last year, or July of last year. And that's it. That's all I have. And I said I wouldn't print any more, and I'm gonna stick to it. I'm so sorry. The thing that has to happen though is Justin has to like actually show up at Emerald City Comic Con, which he's been a little cagey about lately. So Justin, you better like show up, or I'll give it to someone else. You may be up showing. That's awesome, Juan. Yeah, Eric may be the someone else. You guys are great. So I know that this is not a perfectly anatomically correct bull head. I think that the eyes are rounder, the eye sockets. I squinted them out to make them look a little bit more menacing. You're awesome, Scott. Aw, sorry, Kylie. I really like how the bull horns get darker as they go to the tips, and so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna put some lines to kind of fake that in the line art to start with, and then it'll add a little bit more texture, but then of course I'll handle most of it in the colors by making the tips of the horns a little bit more of like a dark dark brown. So they'll go from ivory to brown. Oh, that is so very cool, Scott. Thank you. Hello, Versec. Rum raisin spiced oatmeal cookies. Wow. Eric is really upping the ante here. That sounds so good. I'm really excited. I haven't been to Emerald City in a few years, so this is going to be fun. You got it from Comics Elite too? Thanks, you guys. My son baked chocolate chip cookies this weekend. And as you guys know, I'm on no grains and no sugar. And he needed help to bake the cookies. So he made the cookie batter, and my job was to like cook the cookies. Talk about torture. That was hard. I resisted. Yeah, it kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even lick my fingers. But I only have 1 week left, and then I'm gonna start instituting a cheat day on the weekends. So then all the cookies will be eaten. It'll be a revenge cheat day. I will. Reese's Hot Chocolate Day, here I come. That's right. All right, I'm gonna flip this upside down again so that I'm not touching parts of the cover that I don't want to smudge. And I'm gonna work on this flag right here. Now, I am very well aware that the cut line is about right there, which means this whole portion of the cover on either side, here and here, all the way around, is gonna get cut off. So a lot of these things they're not super important. So while I am putting stuff with logos or whatever really close to the edges, what really matters is her. And, you know, the illusion that, yes, there's a tractor there. So I'm okay that these things are going to get cut. And I'm aware that they're going to get cut. Yeah, it really is, Craig. Hey, AJ. Hi, Symbiote. Aw, that's so, so sweet, Kylie. Mike is awesome. You're having a bake-off for the Wonder Booty print? Okay, see you later, Eric. True story, Anthony. All right, the top and the bottom of the Z were not even in my opinion, so I'm gonna fix that right now. And because of the way that the flag is going, it would be rotating slightly differently. I couldn't yell at people. Oh no. Okay, Justin gets to yell. He has volunteered as tribute for that. So I'm using my thin little eraser to clean up some of my transfer lines that I don't need anymore. Just wherever they're showing up or anywhere that one of my little lines was not clean, I'm just cleaning them up with this guy. And I absolutely love it. If you're curious about what I'm using as far as my pencils or pens, just do exclam tools or scroll down. I have the list right there. Oh, that's so great, Sheldon. Balthazar. Thank you so much. So today I decided instead of inking it with a pen, I'm inking it with, well, I'm doing the final lines with a pencil. But I will, when I scan it, I just darken the lines and then it looks like a final ink. All right, see you later, Anthony. Thanks for sticking around. All right, so I'm doing broken off hockey sticks here. That's funny, the artist's life. Almost done with the top of the tractor. And then I put some hockey tape, which actually I should probably have some continuing up here at the top. I'm just going to do a little bit real quick. Oh, I'm sorry I missed that, says Art. Yes. Well, I don't know that she's blind in that eye, but it has no pupil and it glows. So maybe that eye has more powers or something. I'm actually not sure. So this is the outer edge of the side of the tractor. And this is like the rubber bumper before it goes into the windshield. And this is like the back side of the dashboard that we're seeing through the windshield. And the lines inside, like this is the interior roof of the tractor, and what you would see of the door opening over here. All of that I'm leaving in the initial transfer lines because I don't want them to stand out a ton. They would be slightly glassed over by the glass and the reflections that'll be in the glass. Oh, these little erasers are the absolute best, Trav. Thank you. I couldn't agree more. So this is just the line, so I would have the top of the indentation straight and in keeping with the rest of the arch of the motor. Oh, thank you, Mr. E. Oh, hey, Robert. Nice to see you. Thanks so much, Trav. Okay, just need to clean this up too. All right, so this one carries on all the way down through the piece and down to the bottom here. And I think this one would just a tiny bit too. And I missed that, so I'm just doing it right now. All right, now it's time to do the, I'll do a few of these little circles here so you guys can see what I have planned, but I don't want to waste your time with doing all of them. But I'm gonna make them look a bit more 3D by making it so you can see through the metal. That. Maybe there is a reason. I've looked her up before though, and I haven't found a reason with her eye. It could just be her look, you know, but I should ask about that. Actually, it's really not taking very long for me to do these little indentations, so I'm going to go ahead and finish them. Fair enough, Justin. I have a hard time believing it, but sure. Okay, thank you, Philip. All right, now it's a round thing, so we would be seeing this side of the holes or the vents for the exhaust. There we go. Yay! So that part is done. The wheels are already done. I just need to write the Z for Zenescope right here at the bottom of the wheel. And then I need to do her arm, and then we're finished. Woo! So let's work on her arm now. Oh yeah, Sheldon, are you thinking of streaming? Thank you so much, Robert. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Is it Mochile or Mochi? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. E. That means a ton. I really appreciate it. All right, so there's some little stray lines that I need to clean up. All right, and her hand I'm actually going to do with my kneaded eraser and lighten the whole thing up because it's still kind of in a sketch phase. It's not complete. Well, it means a lot, Mr. E. Thank you so much. So tapping is my little secret when it comes to a kneaded eraser. Because it lightens the lines without fully erasing it. Though here, I still want it a little bit more erased. So I'm doing a slightly more aggressive tap. So this pinky we would be seeing a little bit more of because of how it's turning over the fender area, right? And then we would be seeing the side seam of her gloves. And as her hand goes on, we would be seeing more knuckle, less finger because it's further away. You know, like it has a further distance to go. I've got her hand on an angle on the fender. Oh, see you later, Juan, and be safe with your move. So exciting. Let us know when you're settled in your new place. Okay, so now I've switched to the 0.9 millimeter pencil and I'm doing an outline around her hand because everything about her I want to accentuate by making her stand out from the rest of the background. So she's got an outline. There we go. All I need to do is, oops, I forgot the back of her boot here. So I'll do that now. You know, I should really do a support one, but the way that you guys can support me is subscribing to my email list. So if anyone feels like showing their support, and if you do, I appreciate it so much, you can scroll down and there's a subscribe there, and it's not subscribing to my Twitch channel, it's subscribing to my email list on my website, which from there you'll get tons of updates as far as what work I'm doing, because I know a lot of people have mentioned that they're interested in what kind of the weekly work is for a comic book artist, what sort of happens in an average week. I do updates like that. I talk about whatever projects I've got coming up, books I'm reading, art supplies I've bought, all of that sort of stuff comes in an email list along with secret sales, first access to convention sketches. All of that is through my email list. So if you feel like subscribing there, I would appreciate it a ton. And that's how you can support me. Yep, finishing it by Monday, Spark. So that means finishing the draw. So I'm going to be done with it just now. And I will, then once I sign it, it goes off for flats. And then next week I will be doing streaming again of the digital colors of this cover. Oh, no, not colors too. If I said that, I apologize. I'm sorry. I plan on coloring it next week. So Monday, it goes off for flats. That means it's prepared for coloring, and that's something that's outsourced. And I'll explain all of that next week when I do my stream. And thank you so much for watching some of the ones from the other day. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. I was doing the Z up too high. Okay, I want it on a bit of an angle. I don't want it to be a perfect straight on looking Z because that's just not realistic. Outlaw Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, seriously, Kylie? Do you have time tomorrow? Yes, I did end up redrawing. Here, let me get my sketch. All right. So this is the sketch that I did on stream with you guys a bit on Friday, and then I finished it up yesterday. So this is the sketch for the cover. And I sketched it full size. It was just going to help me a little bit with the ratios and... I can't even think of the right word. But anyway, you know what I mean. I sketched it like this. This is the sketch. And then I transferred it to a fresh piece of paper because I made such a mess on this one. And this is the final. Now, technically, this is the inking phase. I decided to do it in pencil this time because Zenescope is closed for the weekend. So if they have any changes, I can adjust the I can adjust the pencil lines on the original as opposed to inking it and being shit out of luck. So I'm assuming that everything will be fine, but if it's not, I can make adjustments. So I'm doing it in my 0.3 millimeter pencil. And for years, I haven't inked at all. I've only done vinyl pencils. I scan it, and that counts as the inks. This time, or over the last little while, I've been kind of trying to phase out that and go from sketch to ink all on the same page. It's just that on this one, so sometimes it works. On my DC cover, I did the sketch, inked it, cleaned it, erased the pencil lines, and everything was fine. On this one, I made a little bit of an extra mess, so I went to a new piece of paper. Okay, let me see what blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to catch up on everybody. Kylie has time. Sweet. Oh, that would be amazing, Kylie. Thank you. I appreciate that a ton. I'll scan it and get it to you tonight. Love you. Hey, Kathy. Yes, I do use a light table. If you scroll down right here, I have the actual brand that I use for a light table. And I've bought many light tables over the years. If you go to an art store and buy a light table, It's really expensive, usually. The brand that I use is super cheap. You can get it off of Amazon, and you can adjust how bright it is. So you can kind of make you can make the brightness what you need, because sometimes you want to be able to see everything through the paper, and other times you just want a little bit of light, so you're mostly seeing what you're drawing. And having that ability to customize how much light you're seeing is amazing. They're all LED. It's wonderful. I've had light tables like the old kind with the like actual neon bulbs in it. You know, then the neon bulb starts to flicker and then it's not working, or it only works half the time. Just no. Giant no. Thank God for LED lights and LED light tables. Just, yeah, don't even get me started. Yeah, see, I've done that, Justin. Or I've done... My first light table when I first started in comic books was a piece of glass. It was like an old glass shelf, propped up on Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings books with my kids' night light underneath. You use what you have. But I would definitely recommend one of the Huon light tables. Oh yeah, I know you were just joking, Justin, but I sure as shit did it. The size that I use is the Huon 8x3. A3, not 8x3. A3. Yeah, exactly. But it's a very affordable light table, and I have two, just in case. So I toggle between the two. So yeah, I would very much recommend that light table. All right, let's finish up this Z right here. Kylie, you got payment for the other one, right? We sent it to you this week. I just want to make sure. I've been meaning to write you and ask you and make sure you got payment, but since you're here, I'm just gonna like say it here. You got it. Happiness. And thanks so much for your help with that one, Kylie. You super duper saved my ass, like big time. You can't find the table type. Oh, I just use, look. This is what mine looks like. Sorry, you're gonna get a glare, but this is what my light table looks like. It's very thin, and it's like 43 centimeters by 31 is the visible space, and it's unbelievably good. You demand 6 banana. Okay. You got it? Okay, awesome. All right, so here I want to have some bolts. But I didn't like the shape that I drew them in, so let's try to do this right. Say one is right here. Oops. We're almost done. And one is right here. There. All right. And because we're seeing these at an angle, we would see the inside of the bolt area, the indentation here. True, they do have different sizes, so then get something that works for the size of paper you normally use. The standard size in comics is 11 by 17. So I have one, like Kylie said, it works with 11 by 17 paper, which in European or pretty much anywhere else in the world besides Canada and the US is A3. Close enough. Anthony's back. Hello. The nice thing about some of the smaller ones is they're battery powered. So if you do a lot of traveling on airplanes and stuff, though granted most planes now have an outlet in front of the chair, like in the seat in front of you. So you can usually plug in, but if not, or say if you really need a light table at conventions, you can get the battery powered ones. I don't have one, but I've seen other artists that do, and it's pretty dang smart. All right, this piece is done. Checking to make sure, am I right? Is it finished? Did I forget something? I didn't. Okay, I'm finished. I guess I'll sign it right in here. A lot of times I don't keep my signature wherever I put it. I'll cut it and move it around, or I have a file and I just cut and paste my signature, because usually my hand really hurts by the time I'm done with a cover, and signing it looks like chicken scratch. Invader, thank you so much for the follow. There we go. Booyah! We're done. Now it's time to move on to Lady Death. So I'll show you guys what I'm going to be doing for that. But it feels good to finish something early on the stream. We have 15 minutes left. I don't think I'm going to have time to actually work on it, but I can show you anyway. And I'll save it for another stream. If maybe I could try to locate my artwork sometime this week, it would be super handy. Thank you all so much. You guys are amazing. It's been so fun. I mean, this was done on stream with you guys for the most part, which is so great. Is Kara here? Ah! Hi, Kara! Hey, love. I'm looking for something right now. I appear to, oh, you know what? I put it in with all my originals. Okay, just a second. Okay. Time to get out my originals book and locate the Lady Death cover. You guys are gonna get some lighting in your way, but I'm looking for, I'm trying to find something. There we go. Okay. So here's the Lady Death cover that I have. This is the Lady Death cover, and I had promised that I'm gonna work on the blacking, and it's really not all that much that I need to do. So I'm gonna work on this soon, and I guess I'll save this for one of the next streams, and we can go raid somebody or just hang out and chat. But I'll show you guys. This is the Batman 50 cover. I need to turn this over at Emerald City Comic Con, so I have that. Let's see. So that is the, this is the original artwork. It's in a sleeve to keep it safe, but this is the original art for Batman issue 50 cover art. Okay, and then let me see. I think I have Vampirella in here since Scott is here. Let's see where Vampirella is. Oh yes, okay. Here is Vampirella. So I haven't inked her lips, and I do that most times. I save the inking of the lips for the very end, and I decide if I'm gonna ink them or not. So I need to check with Scott and see if he wants her lips inked or not. They look softer not inked, but they look clearer if they are inked, and that's really an original owner decision to make. Oh, what's the page with the owl? Let me find the owl. Okay, this is concept art for Divinica when we do Athena. So Athena has a shield with Medusa's head on it. Her like animal is a snow owl, and then I was designing some different outfits for her, kind of when she's in a gown, and then other times when she's in her armor and warrior clothing. So I kind of did a mixture of a bunch of different things for planning that one. And these are some of the Medusa concept art pages. So let me see what else I have in here. Oh, here's another Medusa concept page. So this is an idea we had for Medusa, where the times that she doesn't want to turn somebody into stone, she would like cover her eyes, right? And just wear like a thin cheesecloth or something so that she doesn't turn you to stone. Thank you. I haven't finished it. As you guys can see, these are all, this is all concept art for her and just general little plans that I have. Yeah, I thought for her eye, like her eyebrows are like snake skin. You know the ridge that the snakes have over their eyes? I made her eyebrows like that and then gave her like the slit eyes as opposed to the normal human eyes. Ashley, it takes time, 100%. Don't worry about it. Guys, I'm so glad you like the concept art. I didn't know. Yay! Thank you. Can you see Vampy again? Yes, 100%. Now I just need to find her. I can also send you a picture, Scott. I didn't mean to like put you on the spot like this. Let me find her. I believe I have a loose page somewhere in here, so. All right, so here's Vampy. And I'm gonna zoom in. Sorry about the glare. Yeah, so in the scan, I sent you where I had already like digitally inked them in. This is without the digital inking and her lips as they actually are. And then of course I can ink them by hand and make it look exactly like the digital version. It's just that I don't want to fuck it up. True story. And lips, in my opinion, are just so important that I chickened out to inking it here. My hand was killing me. And so the last thing you want to do is like ruin some face that's like, the face is what matters, you know? Cowardly alliance. Yeah, well, I would do it at a time that I hadn't just inked the entire like candelabra thing, which was an aggressive amount of line work. All right, inked it is. You got it, Scott. Yeah, you guys definitely did. You lost me for a second. Yeah, so this is the Vampirella original art. So you guys can see how it is. And this is how I sent it for colors. And I gotta be, you know, the weird thing is, one of the things that I am the happiest with this cover, and I'm weird about shit like this. I'll have, you know, the least important thing, but I've just focused on it and decided I'm so happy with this one part. And I'll tell you guys what it is. I am really happy with her nails. I find nails to be such a freaking bitch to draw sometimes. They just end up looking really bad. But for some reason, I'm so happy with her nails. And that's what I love about this cover. Yeah, I'm happy with her butt too. I'm really happy with how Sanju colored her butt. That is what I'm super, super happy with. What other originals do I have hidden? I'll show you guys one. Here you go. Whip, whip. Oh, thank you so much, Scott. Yes! All right, let's see. What else do I have? I have way too fast. There's Magoo. So these are all the watercolor pages that I have. The thing is you guys are probably getting an aggressive amount of glare, but these are watercolor pages, and I did these live with you guys. So a lot of you were on with me when I did them. The holiday cover for Zenescope. And so this one has a patch, and it's on the back side. Well, I have a page of the patch. Okay, I'm trying to get it so that you guys don't have glare. Actually, let's just do this. This is the Ancient Dreams cover for Ancient Dreams issue 8. These are sketches. This was a Rem 8 holiday cover. Yep, still with nipple tape. This is the Magu for Divinica issue 4. And then this is my art book cover. This is the pencils version. And this is the back cover with the traditional colors. Sorry, it's looking a little odd and dark right now, but let me get some light on this. That's the traditional colors. So this was with, I did this with Copic marker. I did it on live with you guys, and then I added a bit more acrylic paint at the end. But yeah, this is traditional colors for the back of the drawn art book. Whoop whoop. Alrighty, well, it looks like it's almost time to do a raid. I'd really love to raid someone. And before we leave, this is the final Zenescope Calgary exclusive for Fan Expo Calgary that's happening in April. So this is for Zenescope, and I will, of course, keep you guys updated when I start doing the digital coloring next week. And Kylie on here has offered to do the flats for me, so that is really, really cool. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you all so much. You rock. Okay, I'm just turning my screen a little bit. The art book is going to come out, I'm hoping by April, but it really depends on shipping and customs. So I'll keep you all updated. As of right now, the book is being printed. Oh, thank you guys so much. You're awesome. Yes, I'll keep you posted. And Jason, I'm really sorry I wasn't able to get to doing the Copic colors on yours, but I will try to do it really, really soon. I promise. You're so patient. I'm so very grateful. Thank you. Oh, thank you to Artist Life. So much love to you, Jason. You guys are great. And what's really awesome is that the cover is finished. I'm always so happy when I actually get to finish something on stream with you guys, so you see the completed process. So I'm kind of all happy and giddy about that at least we got this done. So that's awesome. So the cover is complete. Woot! And I will keep you guys posted when I will be going live next week to work on the colors. My general plan, though, is like usual, streaming on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. But if anything changes, I will always notify you before I go live. Everyone has a 30-minute warning, and it's on my Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to be notified, please follow me there. And celebratory table flip, woo! And for anyone who hasn't already, please subscribe to my email list. That is where you get all the good news of what is going on, and I keep you updated on the general life of being a comic book artist. Talk to you early next week, Sheldon, for sure. I really need to get my ass moving on that one. Okay, let's do a raid real quick. Shall we go raid Ink 1? Does anyone else follow him? He's so much fun. Let's raid Ink. Oh, love you, Kylie. And love you all tons. Let's get the raid started. IINNKONE. Oh, raid you? Well, are you streaming right now, Sheldon? All right. We're getting started. Everybody join me. Sheldon, if you do have a channel, oh, well, I'll raid you once you do. Way to confuse me. All right, thank you all so much. I'll see you soon. Bye. What is that?